Emotion Tea, my channel for self-love, pop culture, and whatnot. Okay, so tomorrow is like a big spiritual day because it's the lunar eclipse and a blood moon. So it'll show a blood moon, but also it is the full moon in Taurus. So let's see what Spirit has in the energies. Because you can feel the full moon energy three days before and then 3 days after. So let's see how the full moon energy will affect us this season. Ooh, okay. Seems like there's a lot of purple, so it might have to work with your third eye or your crown chakra possibly. But it seems like this season, birthing new creations, dreaming a whole world into, dreaming a new world into being. So it seems like maybe you might be manifesting right now, maybe some taking time to yourself, maybe just knowing inside what you want to do, like knowing inside what you want to do and keeping that hope high, and just even working, just things are developing, things are moving, whether it's from you or it's from Spirit or both. I would say though that, boundaries. I feel like boundaries is a number one. I feel like maybe you've been rising high and now you have to not get in touch with your boundaries, but enforce them. I feel like enforce your boundaries this season, especially with the full moon. If you feel like you need to take some time to yourself, definitely do so. What else? Let me see what else we got. I feel like it's more about just saying no. I feel like even the picture, but before I even do that, the picture of boundaries is like people grabbing and like you just keeping away. I feel like even that means spiritually, like I feel like maybe even protecting your energy, like just protecting your energy just around this time is number one for you. Like boundaries with physical boundaries, yes, but I feel like it's more so energetic boundaries. Like people are always just trying to grab at your energy, whether it's you spending time with a lot of people, whether it's you extending your time when you didn't really even want to. Sometimes you get into a conversation with a friend and it runs longer than you do. Maybe you have a social battery and you like stay out longer than your social battery, so then it just feels like you're drained. And I feel like maybe you just have a lot of people in your life, so that might mean like a lot of people are trying to spend time with you. A lot of people are trying to just wanting a piece of your energy. And I feel like especially for the full moon, not even maybe for the whole season, but I feel like especially for this next week, I would say definitely enforce your boundaries more. And it's time to focus on you. So I feel like maybe even some of you might be drawn into hermit mode, to where you don't really want to answer text messages, you just don't want to be around people, and I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's definitely something. I feel like full moon energy specifically is very chaotic. It can be very chaotic, and it's more so about like people's energies. Like I said before, people's energies are very testy. People don't have a lot of patience. People be driving, I feel like driving erratic and shit on the road. I just feel like it's more so like that pent up, like irritating, annoying energy. Even today, like little things have been bugging the fuck out of me. And I feel like I completely forgot that it was a full moon today, and I knew I was supposed to be doing this reading, and I'm just like, why is it that I feel so irritated? Like ever since I woke up, and I'm like, that's probably the full moon energy. And I feel like it's also time to release that. So if you have been feeling like pent up irritating energy, I actually just gave a note that rock music really helps me. So if you're a rock listener, try listening to some rock music, maybe even screaming. I listened to Linkin Park, and Chester was very much a screamer, so I screamed those lyrics, and I feel like it's like he feels my pain. So I'm like, listen to rock music if you feel drawn to it. Even screaming into your pillow. I feel like just releasing that energy in ways that you haven't before. So it's like you don't even have to really get rid of it spiritually. And I say spiritually in quotes because I'm like, sometimes people think that spiritual people get rid of their anger in other ways. And sometimes we do. Like maybe we meditate on it, or maybe I'm doing it outside today, and it's hella cold, a little bit rainy, but that was just That was a trash car. And I'm wondering if that's confirmation of like getting rid of trash. So like getting rid of trash energy, getting rid of trash people, getting rid of trash energies like around you, or even just your, like if you have any negative trash energies, it's time to throw it out. So scream it out, listen to music and like dance it out. I would say like think of a more fun way to do it, because maybe it won't seem like work. Things are going to be work though, so it's not like we can always escape that, but I do feel like doing like something fun to get all of that anger out of you, maybe even going into nature and just screaming it all out to God. Like, I don't know, like people think that that's not spiritual, and it's not. It's like there's not always spiritual solutions, you know, even if you are a spiritual person. So like think outside the box. How do you usually release your anger? And maybe do it a different way, give it a twist, give yourself a little bit more fun, and know that it's okay. It's okay to feel anger. I feel like sometimes we get really ashamed of our anger, and that we push it away instead of trying to release it, and that usually affects our bodies, depending on how much we've repressed. So I feel like it's time to release all of that. The full moon. Let's see what else Spirit got. Ooh. Oh shit, dude, that's a lot of cards. Okay, hold your vision. Okay, so I feel like this goes with the birthing a new age. I feel like just hold on to whatever you're trying to create, even if it's really slow. I feel like even boundaries with yourself, because people have a habit of overworking, especially us who feel like we have a lot of work to do in this lifetime, and it's not going to go as fast as we want it to go. So I feel like we really have to slow down with that, but keep hold to the vision. Like hold on to that dream, hold on to that vision, work baby steps every day, but do not overwork yourself every day, especially if you've been in this season of giving all of your energy to different people. That means that you're draining yourself by overworking, and then your body's being drained by spending and giving your energy out to others. And that's not a bad thing, but boundaries, like I said, you need boundaries, and I just feel like this is a time for you. So in this season, I do feel like it's a little bit more time to replenish and fill your cup, give yourself a little bit more self-care. But if anybody is, if any of your friends or anybody around you is feeling some type of way because of that, then I think it's time to get rid of that trash energy, like we were saying. Whoop, there was a bunch of cards that fell on the floor. Okay, well, there's still more on the floor, but let me see what happened. Believe in the impossible. So that's more about holding on to that vision of your dreams, but just knowing that, believe in the impossible. I feel like get rid of the fears and negative thoughts that are holding you back from this dream. Yep. Ooh, look, the next card was about working through your fears. So Scorpio season is all about drowning in your shit. And I feel like the full moon is definitely going to test people with that. And I feel like it's really time. Scorpio season is definitely a time to I'm not going to say drown in your emotions, but that is when your fears and your emotions and your thoughts trying to drown you. Like, you're not drowning uncontrollably, but they try to get at you with triggers, with insecurities, with fears, things that have been bothering you for the longest that you still have to get rid of. So I feel like fears, work through those, any insecurities, maybe even fears of people's reactions of you drawing boundaries, and that's when the people that you love will always wait for you no matter what. So I kind of feel like, especially if you're explaining that you feel tired, that you need to replenish your energy, like I just feel like anybody who's feeling some type of way about you wanting your energy to yourself is not right for you anyway. So that is the clarity that you need to get rid of that energy while also replenishing your energy. Confidence is your key to success. So I do feel like working through your fears so that your confidence comes out even more. Show the world the real you. So it's time to be authentic, and usually boundaries is your authentic self. It's not even about like saying them in a cruel way or saying them in a mean way, but it's more so just like knowing that you need this boundary and you usually don't want to hurt people's feelings, and if those people still have a problem, no matter how much you say it, then they weren't supposed to be there anyway. So they're anyone who is threatened by your boundaries is not meant for you. So just know that. But this is that season. Hold on. Got 3 more cards. Ooh, shit. 3 more cards. Look, it's on your side. New Moon in Sagittarius. So I felt like just knowing that it said believe in the impossible. There's a lot of positive cards that are kind of not even kind of, that are coming out, and I feel like it's more so about what's going to happen after you work through your fears. Work through your fears so that you can have more confidence when it comes to your dreams, so that you can be more authentic when you show up for people, and then just knowing that luck is on your side when it comes to your dreams. Step out of your comfort zone. So working through your fears so that you can go into somewhere that's more uncomfortable. It's not going to always feel good, but it's for you. It's not to destroy you. Okay, the end of a tough cycle approaches, so I feel like if you've been having a hard time maybe even expressing your boundaries, then this is the time for that cycle to end, and you will definitely, as you work through your fears, have more confidence to say no. And sometimes without even an explanation, like, no, that doesn't work for me, and not even being like, mean about it, but just being confident to be like, no, that doesn't really work for me. Either if you want to like reschedule or just say no straight out. Just be more confident to say no, because with your dreams, I feel like you're going to have to say no, especially for the mind people who are like building empires or entrepreneurs. You're gonna have to say no, because there are gonna be times where you have to give your energy more to family, or vice versa, more to work. And if those people don't get that, then they're not supposed to reap the benefits of your dream. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of purple, so I feel like meditation still counts, or just being in tune with your thoughts. Like, I feel like it's time to not even dig deep into the thoughts, but just allow the thoughts to come and then allow the thoughts to go. Don't get caught up and attached to them. But a lot of purple, a little bit of blue, so I feel like even expressing your needs, that's your throat chakra. So I feel like any chakras that are coming out is, I would say maybe crown chakra, but it's deep purple, so I feel like maybe it's third eye, to discern who's for you and who's not, especially if people react a specific way, because I want people to have their feelings, but they shouldn't be projecting them onto you no matter what. Expect powerful change at the bottom of the deck. What's at the bottom of this deck? The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, and I feel like this looks like an arrow. So if anything, you're getting ideas from your crown chakra, like for how you're birthing new creations, and that's helping you raise your vibration. Not sure if you can see it. It's helping you raise your vibration, so you're going up and up, but that means that everything else has to go. I feel like these past, like fall and winter seems like very much a releasing time, because it's very much about working through your fears, about getting over things so that you can move on and move forward and keep going up. Don't let the shit drag you down. Okay, so let's be specific with tarot. Those are oracle cards, so oracle is very much like specific and has one thing, like the end of a cycle approaches. That could mean, different things varying on the question, but tarot is a little bit more like you have to put it together. So let's see maybe where this is happening in your life, or what. Let's get a little bit more details. Page of Wands, reverse, 2 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Cups reverse, Justice, okay, so honestly, I see 2 of Cups in here, so I feel like it's not even much about work, but I feel like it's more so the inner work that you have to do about romance and your love life, like things around romance. It seems like maybe It seems, it seems to me like a whole little story kind of came out. I'm trying to like put it or keep it in order. I feel like maybe in the past you've dealt with a fire sign. It could be something else, but I feel like it's more so like an immature fire sign who's, I feel like, still showing immature ways. A page is usually the smallest, so I feel like that's like you're a child. That person was still a child, and maybe you wanted to start a relationship with them. With the Two of Cups, you thought maybe that there was a relationship here, but with Seven of Swords coming out, there's some deception here. I feel like whether it's deception, like self-deception, but I feel like it's more so like you thought that there was a start here. You thought that there was a start or even a restart with the fire sign who has some immature ways, or maybe even childish, maybe even younger. Page of Swords, Page of Wands is like a fire sign, so I feel like Page is young. So I feel like that maybe can mean you're still not there yet, because it's all about page. It goes from Page, Knight, King. So I feel like this person, if this is about a person, then this person is still very much in their deep ass immature childish ways, and it's even reversed. So I kind of feel like, even if you feel like I feel like there might be work something here coming out too, but it looks like more so love. I feel like it's more so love because of the Two of Cups, but it means relationship in general. That you thought was a good start here with the Two of Cups. Seven of Swords means that there was some deception. So either you're not with this person, not talking to this person, or you're not, you're just disconnected from this person because of deception. And maybe you even broke it off with this person because of that. And you're the Queen of Swords now. And the Queen of Swords is very much, I will cut you off. It's very much like, not ruthless, because I wouldn't want to say the Queen of Swords is cruel. The Queen of Swords does have a moment to be cruel, but it's more so about words. And I feel like you're just very guarded with your energy. I feel like you're very much like, you're cutting people off. You're very like hard. You're hard now. I feel like it's more so like, look, I ain't gonna take even a little bit of shit. And you became that. I feel like this person is a King of Cups. Maybe there's another person that you're connecting with that's a King of Cups, but it's coming out reversed. So either you're not, I feel like maybe you're not in your masculine, like I don't even want to say in your masculine, but more so like masculine in emotion. So either you're too much into this, like, I'ma cut bitches off, or you're connecting with someone who's a water sign who may seem like a King of Cups, but might not be. There's also a specific person on here, like if you see the King of Cups, it's definitely a man on a throne. And because it's reversed though, I feel like maybe something might be off with this person. Maybe they're swimming too much in their emotions, or maybe you're not. I feel like maybe the Queen of Swords, it's usually the Queen of Cups, I feel like, would come out if it meant like that. But maybe you're just too much in your thoughts, like you have hard thoughts, or you are just hard because of the things that have happened in your past that you're holding on to. So you're all set to like cut people off. But I do feel like something with emotion. Maybe you're not in your masculine enough. Like I feel like you don't allow yourself to have that healthy masculine, or maybe you don't trust the masculine. I feel like it's either one. Maybe you don't trust the masculine, or if you're connecting with a water sign, like a water sign male right now, there might be something off about him. There might be something still immature about him. Just don't expect him to be a perfect king. I feel like a king, he might look mature and might be more mature than others, but that does not mean that that does not mean that he's on your level. And it also might mean that doesn't mean he's perfect. I feel like someone might not be in touch with their emotion enough, or their masculine emotion, or it's a male and he's not in touch with his emotions. Maybe you feel like you didn't get justice. If this is a past situation, like maybe you feel like you didn't get justice. You could also be a Libra. Maybe you're off also. Like maybe I feel like justice is not always about getting justice in a situation, but also about balance. and maybe this unbalanced you. Like maybe you're unbalanced with this King of Cups energy, or this situation from deception in the past has unbalanced you, and it's time to recalibrate. Recalibrate that movement. But I also feel like you maybe feel like you didn't get justice in a situation with this person, and you feel abandoned. Ooh, I feel like it's that. You feel like you didn't get justice in a situation to where now you feel out left in the cold and abandoned. The Fool reversed. I'm feeling like maybe there was a delayed start. Maybe there's I'm feeling like there's a delayed start, and maybe it's because you haven't worked through something that you haven't worked through yet. Like maybe there's a fear that you haven't uncovered yet, that you have yet to let go of, and that's creating a delayed start when it comes to jumping back into dating, maybe. Or maybe this is a false start. Maybe it's the fact that you're not supposed to be with this person. If you met a King of Cups, like if you met a King of Cups and it seems okay, there might be something wrong. I feel like there might be something immature still or off. Maybe you feel like there's something off with this person and you just don't know what, but because they're a nice person, you're trying to move forward with them, and maybe that's not the right thing to do. I feel like maybe you have to balance out your energy first in order to start. Or you feel like you haven't gotten justice in a past situation that you now feel abandoned. You do feel abandoned. You can still feel abandoned when you're unbalanced, but I still feel like that makes more sense. You feel abandoned because you feel like you didn't get justice in a situation, or you don't feel seen, or you just feel still hurt from a situation, and you might think that you're ready to start something and you're not. Like I feel like maybe there's something you still have to work through. Maybe it's still working through certain fears or getting in touch with certain fears again, especially if you've been triggered multiple times. The Fool is usually like a start. Maybe even you're guarded and don't like feel ready to take that jump, or what was I gonna say? Maybe you're holding yourself back. Maybe you're holding yourself back when it comes to a new start or just moving on. Let's see if we can get more in touch with Death. Maybe you're refusing a change. It looks like when it comes to maybe opening your heart or feeling a cup, or filling your cup. Ace of Cups usually means your cup is overfilled to where you can start, but maybe you need some more self-love first. It may be death, or death usually means transformation, but when it's reversed, I usually feel like it means that maybe you're delaying a change. Maybe there's a change that hasn't moved forward because of certain delays. Even with business, maybe you're too focused on love, and you need to you might be too focused on love, and business is what you need to focus on. Finances, like getting your shit together. Eight of Pentacles usually means you learned a lesson, or you're in study mode. So maybe you're in student mode when it comes to career. You're a student, and you're a student still when it comes to career, maybe, and maybe you're just getting bored to where you feel like maybe you could start a relationship and maybe you can't. Or it's just the time that you're focused on love too much, or you're still hurt from a past relationship, so you might not be ready. Things might be just moving really, really slow, or not moving at all with the Knight of Pentacles, or maybe this is an earth sign that you're dealing with. I feel like usually Knight of Pentacles usually for me means a person, but it does not have to mean a person. I feel like maybe things just aren't moving in business, and you're getting bored. I feel like maybe. And I feel like even self-love, it's like you're maybe putting yourself into work. I feel like because of this transformation, or because of this lack of transformation, whatever, like maybe a fear that you haven't gotten in touch with yet, you feel like you can start, but I feel like it's more so Ace of Cups, I feel like means you need more. You still need to give yourself the right kind of self-love, which I feel like means putting energy into your business, studying, still becoming the student, or even just learning the lessons that you've learned in past relationships, if it's love. If it's love that you're specifically focused on. But in general, I feel like you're still learning that balancing of give and take. it might be going slower, or it's a delayed because of fears. Maybe you're keeping yourself guarded because of something that happened in the past. Yeah, Nine of Swords. I forgot what Nine of Swords reverse means, but Nine of Swords regular means that I feel like maybe you're getting yourself out of this. Maybe you're... Ooh, excuse me. Maybe there's a transformation that hasn't come yet, depending on the fear. You have not. You're delaying a transformation, I feel like. A transformation of your past self because of a cycle. It says end of a tough cycle approaches, so maybe you're still getting in touch with what it is that needs to end, whether it's boundaries and stepping out of your comfort zone, having the confidence to start. You're learning that balance, but I feel like you've yet to balance that out yet. So you're learning right now the balance between give and take in your life. And Seven of Cups usually means you have a lot of options. Maybe you don't have a lot of options right now, and someone's trying to give you, like someone is trying to offer you a cup. Maybe you don't have a lot of options in love right now, and someone is. Maybe it's this King of Cups reverse that's trying to offer you a cup, but your shadows, because I feel like Scorpio season's coming out, your shadows are coming out. Maybe it's still about working through your darkness, because that's what usually what the moon is. And Scorpio season, water, you see that creature at in the water? I feel like that's what Scorpio, I feel like that's a personification of Scorpio season. That's really what Scorpio season is going to do for you. With your shadows are going to come out more, even especially if you been going through this hard time, whether it's in your life in general when it comes to feeling no justice in love, or feeling like or in business, if you feel abandoned in business, just wondering why things are going really slow. I feel like that's a part of your shadow work, maybe to get through your fears. Maybe these are Scorpio season is the personification of your fears, and your fears are going to jump at you when you least expect it. When it comes, I feel like even there's two people, so I feel like that's either your masculine or your feminine. Like if you're just chilling with yourself, but if you've been around other people, I feel like maybe this will affect your relationship with other people, or maybe even your shadows are affecting your work with other people. Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of reverse cards here. That doesn't always mean that's a bad thing. It definitely doesn't. Like, because even the Tower's here and it's in reverse, and that usually means that you're building. So I feel like you're rebuilding after a situation that brought you a lot of insecurities and shadow work. Scorpio season, I feel like, is going to be not a rebirth, but your shadows are coming back. Your shadows are coming back to haunt you, I feel like. I feel like it does have something to do with your masculine, though. I feel like because usually the Emperor is very set. Like the Emperor can sometimes be very stern, but I feel like it's a personification of a divine masculine. And I feel like maybe you're just not in touch with your divine masculine energy because you're too much in this Queen of Swords energy, which I feel like is keeping you from trusting your masculine energy or feeling like you don't need it. Either one, but I feel like you're building up. You are going through cycles and fixing cycles with the Wheel of Fortune. Even when it comes to another person, maybe this is just a cycle of separation with you if you're in a relationship. But there was a conflict. I feel like you're getting out of conflict and into this abundance. Like it says, confidence is your key to success. So I feel like you really have to get in touch with your magician. Like you are the magician. You have the magic to make these changes. Don't feel like that you can drown. Not even you can. Don't feel like that you have no control because of your shadows and that you're just drowning in your shadows, so you just feel like you have no control. You have all the control. You're a magician. You have magic all up in you. So trust yourself and believe in yourself when it comes to that. Because even High Priestess, the High Priestess is coming out, so I feel like even I feel like those who are spiritual or who do a little bit of magic, I feel like maybe you should get back in touch with that. Trust in your High Priestess, like get into your High Priestess energy, because High Priestesses, you see the light and the dark pillars in the back, I believe that means that high priestesses are a balance of both. So they're a balance of masculine and feminine energy because of yin and yang, but they're also in touch with their good and bad. So whether you think that your masculine or your negativity is bad or not, I feel like that's what you need to get rid of. You are a balance. We are all a balance of good and bad. And I feel like as long as you are not protecting yourself, but as long as you have good intentions and you know you're right from wrong and you're ready to like balance out back from your good and bad, then that means that there's nothing wrong with having flaws. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of negativity as long as you don't let that drown you and control you. So I feel like even using your high priestess when it comes to getting discernment on who it is or what it is that you need to get rid of, I feel like that's why it's time to really balance out and get in touch with yourself. So if you have been around a lot of people, then it's time to withdraw a little bit, and not in a bad way. I just feel like it's time to withdraw and take more care of yourself, because you definitely need some self-care, and I feel like that's also meaning you need some quiet time to get in touch with your needs. Temperance, so I feel like, yes, patience, filling up your own cup, giving yourself self-love. What is it? What else? Patience. I also feel like with temperance means patience when it comes to filling your cup, because as soon as you fill your cup, I think you're willing to give it away instead of like having it for yourself for a second. And usually that means where's the Ace of Cups? Back spilling it out. So before you can even completely fill it and just hold it for a second, you're already pouring it out. So I feel like maybe have patience, because it's going to take time to fill your cup. It's going to take time, especially if you've been in relationships, friendships or relationships that did not serve you well. Then it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Like, please don't feel bad about still having certain feelings or being triggered by something that you feel like you should have been done with a long time ago. I feel like it's easy to get on ourselves when we feel like, oh my gosh, we healed. Like, why isn't that? It's still happening. And I feel like that's okay. Like, that's okay. You're getting yourself out of it. You're aware of it. I just feel like it's going to take time to fill your cup the way that you want. And I feel like you just have to be patient with that. Ooh, Empress is coming out after 10 of Cups. Ooh, Page of Swords though. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. I don't know why that's not coming out, but I feel like maybe you're maybe even an immature air sign, or just maybe they're, what was it? Page of Swords. Maybe you're not keeping your thoughts to yourself, or certain thoughts, like negative thoughts, and maybe that's having you feel a certain type of way. Because the sword means thoughts. So you see how she's kind of keeping her thoughts to herself, maybe even with business ideas, but it's reversed. So maybe things haven't been working out. Let me see this. Okay, so I just looked up in the book. Page of Swords, this page is full of wild energy and drive. She's relentless in her actions and does not sit still for long. She never runs out of crazy things to do or say. A true idealist can be a little exhausting in her youthful determination. If the page is you, dive headfirst into your wild schemes and plans and find those who will support you in your dreams. So maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't been. Maybe I feel like maybe fears have been holding you back from going deep and dive into your crazy ideas, and maybe you're reversed, and maybe something's been holding you back, and I feel like it's something that you haven't been dealing with. I do feel like maybe some shadow work is needed, because you are the Empress. You are the Empress, so you're supposed to dive deep into those energies. But with organization, maybe you've been too wild and crazy to where it's not organized, or the fact that you've been holding yourself back from letting these thoughts and ideas like take over you, like the good thoughts. Like, you still drown in those bad thoughts to where these good thoughts, or these thoughts of creativity, these thoughts of adventure, just the better thoughts, are not able to come out. But you are the Empress, and sitting in Queen energy, it's so funny because there's lemons on her dress, and I feel like what life, it always says when life doesn't give you when life give you lemons, make lemonade. So you became the empress with all of the lemons that you've been given. You became this empress and you built yourself. Okay, queen? But something's keeping you from a happily ever after. And I feel like it has a lot to do with thoughts. I feel like it keeps going back to thoughts or just past experiences. That's why it says step out of your comfort zone, because I feel like maybe you've gotten real comfortable with these thoughts and comfortable with not taking a challenge or not jumping in, dive in head first, like with confidence. You've been holding yourself back like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, like, I feel like a lot of I can'ts, like I can't, or I shouldn't, or like, oh, I can't do that. It's like low self-esteem is coming out, and that's delaying a transformation when it comes to career, love, or both. You're not balancing out those thoughts, so you have to create boundaries with yourself as well when it comes to those thoughts. Acknowledge them, do not attach to them, because I feel like that's a big problem when it comes to even where are my overthinkers, because I can be an overthinker. The answers you need are coming. Communication is key. So yes, blue, more blue coming out. Blue. It's time to get in touch with your throat chakra. So I feel like it's about expressing yourselves when it comes to mostly boundaries. Like we said, it came out before. You're birthing new creations, and I feel like you have to create boundaries with anything that is either distracting you or is not working for you. But expect powerful change. Have that confidence. Just keep working through fears. Time to get in touch with your fears. If you've been feeling a lot triggered lately, ask yourself why you're still triggered by that. Like, ask yourself more questions. A lot of purple still. Okay, so chakras that are coming out again. Third chakra, which is your third eye. So it's time to meditate and get in touch with yourself. Use that discernment to let go of what doesn't serve you. Only you would know, though. And express your emotions and express your feelings when it comes to certain boundaries. Do it lovingly. That doesn't mean be super, super, super nice about it. That just means have the intention of not wanting to hurt this person's feelings. And however it comes out, it comes out. Apologize if you need to, but it's more so like, it's just more so about drawing up your boundaries and focusing on your needs and knowing that your cup needs to be replenished first before you can give to other people. Okay, y'all, I hope that wasn't like, it felt like it was all over the place. I hope that you take what resonates and take what doesn't. I really hope and pray that it made sense for everybody, because I feel like I can get very just all over the place again. So with love, I feel like love and career, I feel like it's very much about letting go of your fears and stepping out of a comfort zone and having that confidence to step out of that comfort zone to work on your dreams and believe in the impossible. Hold whatever vision that you're focusing on and just know that it's coming. Have patience with yourself, fill your cup up in the process, and let go of whatever you need to let go of. So again, if people are getting on you about wanting to replenish your energy or wanting to be solo, then that person is not for you, and it's time to let that person go. But also, it's not always about people. It can mostly be about thoughts, habits, beliefs, anything that's holding us back from what we want. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the past, when it comes to relationships. Maybe there are people that are making you feel bad about yourself. Maybe there were people in the past that were making you feel bad about yourself or just took away your self-esteem when it came to your confidence. But let that go now. Keep letting go of the people who don't serve you, but keep focusing on you, whether you're dating, if you're dating, keep focusing on yourself. Draw boundaries when you need to draw boundaries, but also focus on you. Do not let other things overtake you. So whether it's working, if you get really very much into work and you don't process your feelings, let go of that. If you are dating in the process, make sure to draw boundaries and do not get caught up in that. Focus on you. You are the priority. So draw up your boundaries, work through your fears, draw boundaries when it comes to yourself, when it comes to those fears. Let go of any habits, people, fears that you need to let go of in the process. And be patient with yourself. Be patient, because Scorpio season, even with the full moon, things are really testy. But Scorpio season is like that in general, because people are just more in their feelings. Whether it's people just getting extra irritated or getting triggered by everything, being emotional. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just wrong. It's just wrong if you start projecting it onto others. So be aware. And I feel like that's why the High Priestess came out, is to make sure to be aware of your emotions. Be aware. Ask yourself more. Just become more aware of, yes, how you process your emotions. And don't be afraid of that. But it is time to step out of your comfort zone and let that positivity take over you. Let this tough cycle end. Let this tough cycle end, and don't be afraid to show the world the real you. Hey, I hope and pray that this message gets to whoever needs to. If you want to go deeper and more personal, or just be more specific when it comes to love, career, other, I do personal readings, so check me out on Instagram. I will put the link at the bottom of the screen. I do personal readings, so keep in touch, or get in touch. Get into it. Have a great full moon in Taurus. Release all of that shit. Release it. All right? I love you, and I'll see you next time.